My goodness. This is the largest gathering of old people I've been. You know, NVIDIA and Taiwan grew up together.
Yeah.
In fact, you don't know this story, but Taiwan saved NVIDIA. And I mean that. Let me tell you, there were two reasons. The first reason, of course, is NVIDIA needed a semiconductor partner. And we were building the most complicated chips. Even then, Riva 128 was the most complicated chip the world had ever made. It's the first
3D
non-CPU chip that is more complicated than the CPU. You know that, right? It was larger than Pentium.
Yes.
And nobody understood. Nobody understood why. It was more complicated than the Pentium. And so when we built Riva 128, we needed someone to help us build it. And we had a very hard time. And so I had to find a Taiwanese company to help me. And when I called a Taiwanese company in the United States, nobody answered my phone call. And so I wrote a letter. I wrote a letter to Taiwan. And many months later, because mail back then took a long time. But I think it was because Morris was very busy. Finally, he got to my letter. And he called me. That was Taiwan #1. And then, as you know, back then, if you were a graphics company, you made your own graphics cards. ATI, do you remember?
S3.
They made their own graphics cards, and Wayne knows this. And we had no money. In order to make graphics cards, you have to have money to buy DRAM. And we had no money at all. In order to make graphics cards, you need to know how to make graphics cards. We didn't know how to make graphics cards. And so I had a good idea. Let's go to Taiwan.
Yes.
And let's ask a whole bunch of Taiwanese companies to help us make graphics cards. And as a result, NVIDIA became the fastest graphics card company in the world.
Yes.
Because Taiwanese. What machine?
你们是靠你们研究啦。Any fried rice?
我來咗年後，我水。
雞腿。
我想追一下啦。All day long, only water.
I told you.
I come all the way.
Only wine.
No, I wouldn't miss this for the world. I love you guys and I want to see you guys. And so I went to Taiwan, and the Taiwanese editing card industry, Leadtech, Asus Tech, MSI, isn't that right?
Yeah.
We all together. And my job was very simple. Create the technology and create the market. Yeah. Create the technology and create the market. Create the technology, create the market. That was my job. Look what happened. 30 years later, today, what is NVIDIA doing?
Yeah.
Create the technology, create the market. Create the technology, create the market. Same job, 30 years later. And look at this. Same partners.
Wow. Yes.
I can tell you, I am certain there are no companies in the world that was created this way. created with the friends that are here today.
Yeah.
30 years later, changing the world, the most consequential technology in history, the most consequential potential technology of all time. Same company, same friends, same partners. I want to thank all of you. I love you guys.
And let's hold your wine. Let's cheers.
Cheers. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Cheers. 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 Click. Cheers, everybody. I love you. Cheers. I am so hungry.
Please sit down to eat. Please.
That's why they say it's an industrial revolution. An industrial revolution is because something new is being made in a new way. Something new is being made and made in a new way. And Taiwan is right in the middle of that. We must celebrate that. We must make sure that this time, because I'm a very good ambassador of Taiwan. And because I understand history. And I understand the importance of the work that you do. And I understand how vital it is that Taiwan is the center of this new computing revolution, this AI revolution, this new industrial revolution. We must make sure we tell that story this time. I will come to Taiwan in a couple of months to tell that story. I need all of you to go back to your companies. I need all of you to get ready to join me to tell that story. Can you do that?
Yeah!